Just thinking about resonance, because that's the kind of the umbrella about why we're here, the resonance project, the idea behind it. We've got a map here, which some of you have looked at, I know, shows the radial lines, but it also shows Bolton Fell Moss. So Bolton Fell Moss is right in the top here. Then you've got the Lake District National Park, which is this mass of mountains and brown in the middle. And we've created these radial lines. And somewhere on those lines, there will be a small stand of 7 birch trees, a circle about 3.5 meters in diameter. So it's not much, but they're all, of course, relate back to this space, back to this place, back to this narrative of the peat. They'll all have a memory of being in the peat. So we've taken them up carefully. They'll be carted back in our van now and then be put in our garden over winter. They'll be healed in the ground. And then the idea is over the course of perhaps 4 or 5 weeks, late next winter, February into March, we'll plant them out in these spaces. As I said, we're still looking for one line. Isaac, do you know anywhere on that line? I think you work on that line. We described resonance as a radical act of care. You know, it came to us, this thought of ripping up a tree. You know, I think in a lot of cases, trees are seen as a saviour of us in terms of the climate and what it can be doing. And of course it can, but it's always that case of, Andrew will pick me up on this, right tree, right place. You know, where is a tree in the right place? I would argue that the trees out there don't give a monkeys. They're getting on with the business of being a tree and they don't mind where they are. They're just really enjoying being in that space. And of course, they're a really important habitat. So we shouldn't be, I don't think, sucked into this carbon tunnel vision about trying to recreate this space just for the pure purposes of us humans sucking up carbon, of all the carbon that we've put into the atmosphere. So don't see it as an instrumental place where it just hoovers up the carbon for us. You know, it's doing a lot of other things out there, you know, including water storage, including the habitat itself. So all sorts of good things are happening out there. But only 49 trees, so it's a fairly drop in the ocean type of thing when you think about that whole bog out there. Hopefully you've all marked on the map, you know, your little X. I think that's really important, just assessing where we are. I think we're doing well. You know, we're on the right-hand side as a group. If you put the medium in there, we're all a little bit more optimistic than not. And you guys in the room, you know, you're all doing something involved in land in one way or another. You know, we're all in some way the foot soldiers of this. I won't say battle because it's not really a battle. It's this slog of what we're trying to achieve through the whole project and beyond, and what we're all doing. We're all connected in our little bubbles, I suppose, in trying to join up the dots and trying to create something a bit nicer.